How are we going, everybody? Have a look at this, eh? This is the climbing rose that we pruned back a few weeks ago, maybe 6 weeks, maybe a little bit more. And as I said to you, it grows out to the side 6 to 8 inches, maybe a little bit more in some cases, but we've got an abundance of flowers coming on. It hasn't put on its new growth yet because it's going through its flowering cycle. So once the flowers finish, we're going to deadhead those, take the heads off on those, and hopefully we get some more growth coming over the top, but we're not going to be able to grow it all the way back down. More importantly, understanding that you need to prune a climbing rose different to that of a bush rose. This needs to have central canes or leaders going through. I've got 3 here. If you don't remember, scroll back to the previous videos where I demonstrate on how I cleaned this one up, and then we have a look at it on this side. Yeah, how cool is that, huh? There's probably at least 50 to 100 flowers on their buds about to burst out. Now, if the rains hold off a little bit and the weather behaves itself, we're going to get a nice flush of colour coming through this. And you can do that with any rose. So there's no concern about when you do it. Well, there are cycles and timing on pruning the plants. So if you were to prune it now, you'd lose all this and you'll get growth. So you'll lose the first cycle. But as far as cleaning up the rose, especially in the heart of winter or early springtime, you know that I did this pretty late. I didn't do this in the heart of winter and it still bounces back. So roses generally are very resilient. They're very tough. They handle it really well. And on top of it all, when you do give it a good prune, it comes up real spotless and clean, squeaky clean in fact. Not a single, or maybe, before I speak too soon, maybe 1 or 2 discoloured leaves here. By comparison to the size of the plant, only 3 or 4 leaves I see that are discolouring, so I've avoided all the sprays as well. No aphids, healthy. Yes, we use Black Grid and our Liquid Gold and Eco Butch at the base. That's our trifecta. That's the powerhouse of what you need to do with your garden as well. If you're feeding a plant, always use the Black Grid and liquid fertiliser on top at least fortnightly, if not monthly. You can do that as well. And obviously your compost, your manures, your worm castings and your charcoal as well. They're the basic core ingredients of what you need to be putting into your garden so you can have a thriving, living soil that's full of good microbes, and then your plants in return give you the wonderful results with colour and in some cases fruit as well. Here's the other climber that I pruned the same time as I did the first one, but then our lovely horse Christian decided to come in and give us another second prune over here. He's taken off all the growth that was coming on here, all the buds, and not only that, he took the rose down here, the standard rose, and this is what I mean by pruning out of season or not pruning at the right time. He's taken all the buds off and now we've got new growth coming on, so we're going to wait another 4 to 6 weeks on top of that for the flowers to come back on there. So he's done this one, that one, and the other standard rose over there. So we've lost a cycle there, and that's when it happens when you don't prune at the right time. So monitor your plants through the growing season. There are 3 cycles of pruning. You may get a 4th flush of flowers, but never prune before the buds actually open up like that and finish flowering. So as soon as the petals fall, cut it off. I'm sure you all know that anyway. But more importantly, get your fertilisers into your ground and your Black Grit for the calcium phosphate silicate. It's Sunday morning, folks, so if you're watching this as it's just been uploaded, tune into 3AW, Gardening Talk with me and Darren. And also, we've got our big sale on. So every time we're on 3AW, we have our biggest sales ever. At the moment, it's up to 80% off everything online. So check it all out with the coupon code word 3AW15, 3AW15. That's the coupon code so you can get the full discount and benefits of whatever we have on our website. That's Vasili'sGarden.com. From me, Vasili Maresi.